right, y'all. So let me know what you think. I think this step parent issue, it would be really, really hard to sell me on being a step mom because the way that I would want to go about it is by staying detached a little bit more and taking more of an approach of being the kiddo's friend more than anything else, as opposed to being the kiddo's parent. But at the same time, I would need complete freedom to be able to say, hey, your kid broke my stuff, or kiddo broke my stuff, or whatever the case may be. So it's a very complicated line that you would have to navigate. And so this is not something that I would go into and I would recommend any women go into for regular males. I feel like so many women step into the role of being a stepmom for males that are regular. They don't make no money. They're sitting here, they make like 60K a year. They're not even generous with their money. They can't be because they have kids, right? And so a lot of them, when you have kids like that, it's the equivalent of not having any money because that's where all your money is going to go. So you stepping into that stepmom role, you're not going to have any support. You're not going to have any backing. So unless the male makes enough money and is generous with his money, because it takes both. A rich male does nothing for us. He might as well be broke if he ain't giving us the money. If the money isn't going in our pocket, you might as well be broke, sir. Okay. So he has to make enough money. And in today's day and age, I mean, in the US, you have to make at least a minimum of 150K a year and up. And that's me being generous. Me saying 150K is me being generous, because if you have children, if you have a kiddo, then you have a stepmom, then he has to be able to take care of all of these people that are in his life, and also the home and all this other stuff. So that's where he would have to start, in my opinion, because I'm not going to be cooking. I'm not going to be cleaning. I'm not going to be sitting here feeling used. You're going to have to hire someone that comes and cleans on a regular basis, and you're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to hire someone that comes and cooks on a regular enough basis. You're going to have to pay for it. You're going to have to get someone that's going to be doing the driving, because I ain't doing no driving. Okay. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. That's not what I'm here for. That's not the reason why I signed up to be with you, is to take care of a child that I have nothing to do with and I didn't make, right? So someone else is going to have to do the driving, or you're going to have to be able to pay for a driver, or a situation where that can be done. Okay. And whenever the child is with us, you're going to have to understand that, look, if the child breaks something or misbehaves, they're going to get the repercussions, and I will administer the repercussions as necessary. Okay. So all of these things would have to be in place. So it does make it more complicated. And I feel like if you can't have these things in place, especially as a woman, why are you stepping into such a dumb role, such as being a stepmom? It is a thankless role. It is silly because a lot of the times the moms are just not, they're just ill, it's like dealing with them is just not worth it. And then parents lose their mind, they lose their ability to logically reason, they become dumb, like literally, when they have kids, and they become delusional. They start thinking other people care about their kids because they have kids. It's like, no one cares. That's your child, that's your responsibility. You can't go around inconveniencing other people because you have a child, right? That wasn't our choice. For you to have a child, you made that choice, so that's your problem. Okay. So things like that, it just becomes such a sticky situation, that honestly, it would be, I mean, this male would have to pass even more check boxes in order for that to be a situation that is even worth considering, in my opinion. And too many women get into it with these regular, useless, nobody males that don't have anything to offer them, sitting there suffering for no reason. Why are you doing that to yourself? You're just sitting there, you're crying, you're upset over a kid that's not even yours. You know what I mean? So all these things would have to be in place, especially if you love children. Like myself, I love kids, and so the boundaries would have to be a lot more clear, because I don't want to be getting irritated and stuff, and then you might be tempted to jump in if the mom does something you might not agree with and stuff like that. So there's all these little things, so I think those check boxes would definitely have to be checked. Otherwise, there's no purpose in even considering it. It's like people with children are just it's like baggage upon baggage upon baggage, especially for other people, particularly for other people that don't have kids, and it's like, okay, so And then another thing to consider is the age of the child. Like if the child's a little bit older, then it might not be as bad because, you know, they're older. And so perhaps they're closer to that 18 years of age and stuff. But then you have to consider, are they going to college? Whose pocket is that coming out of? You want to make sure that you're not combining your finances to this guy's finances, especially if he's not like making a minimum of like not even 150K, because to combine your finances with the male, like you want to make sure that he's making minimum of 200K and up. Otherwise there's no point, you know what I mean? And you want to make sure he's generous, you know what I mean? Like he has to give and provide, you know, period, you know, and not harass you about that, not be sweating complaining about giving and providing whatever it is that you need. That's it, period, right? So but otherwise, if he's just a regular male, like do not combine your finances with a male that has all these additional responsibilities and kids and stuff like that, doesn't have no money. Like he's just looking for like free maid service and you just tied yourself to him for no reason. Like, so anyway, that's those are my thoughts on this particular issue and situation. It's just not good. Psychologically, it's not a good, it doesn't seem like a good move unless they check even more boxes. And even then it wouldn't be a good move, but it would be a move where we can consider, is it tolerable or not, you know, basically. So, and then mentally, from a mental health perspective, it doesn't make sense either. It really doesn't, right? Because you, as a stepmom, you're going to be jumping through mental gymnastics, trying to figure out the dynamics and what makes the most sense. And also, another thing would be like if the mom is still in the picture and heavily still in the picture, I don't think I could handle that just because, you know, like I said, like they become delusional. You know what I mean? I don't know if they just are caving underneath the pressure of being a parent or what it is, but like the moms become delusional. They have no healthy boundaries. And so really, to kind of summarize, I would say if the male is in the lower class to lower middle class, I wouldn't even bother, right? So this male has to at least be in the upper middle class and up. If we're talking about socioeconomic status, upper middle class and up, right? So basically, you know, a good way of assessing if they might be in that category is how much do they make a year, right? Do they make 200K a year in income? How much do they take home? How much is that versus their debt? How much is their overall net worth? You got to look at all these things because the wealthier they are, the higher they are socioeconomically, the less likely you'll have to deal with these issues of, you know, the baby mom not knowing boundaries, and, you know, they become just more educated and classier most of the time. Most of the time, you get a better chance of not having to deal with these issues that tend to come with, you know, being part of a lower socioeconomic class. So anyway, those are my thoughts as well. So leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this particular issue. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe button. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.